What's going on, YouTube? You see we in here with another podcast, and I got a little special guest in here with me. You want to introduce yourself, or you cool?
How about we don't do names?
So she want to be an undercover agent. Hey, that's fine with me. We just gonna be talking about female nature, men nature, all that shit, all the good shit. So the first question I'm gonna ask you, right? Do you know the difference between a beta male and an alpha male?
If you want to elaborate on
All right, look. So a beta male, he'll usually put a woman above himself, and then the alpha male will put himself before anybody. Can you tell like which one they are? Like if you come across them like instantly?
Yeah, usually the alpha's an asshole and betas are like just cool. You just vibe with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this question: how many of them usually can like jump in your inbox from like, it doesn't matter what app, it could be like Instagram, Twitter, and all that. It's usually people that's like all your shit, right? They'll try to gain your attention mostly. Mm-hmm. And then they'll like send you hard eyes on your pictures and shit in your DM saying you finding all this like 24/7. They'll do it all the time.
Not really many. I don't answer them for the same reason.
No, you don't have to answer them. I'm
yeah,
just saying.
I know,
but it'd
like,
be like a
don't...
couple of heads of like 4 or 5, probably on each app 7.
Maybe like 7 on Snapchat.
Okay.
Usually Snapchat's what gets you.
Hmm.
Only because it's like you have to post photos.
Okay.
I don't really get on Instagram, so Twitter, maybe like 4 or 5 random dudes.
Okay. So, and let me ask you this. You say you don't pay attention to them, right?
No.
Those don't gain your attention at all, huh? No. Hey, what I tell y'all, that's something that you don't want to do. You see, I'm just trying to prove them a point. Because if you just liking her shit and then sending hard eyes in the inbox 24/7, she's most likely not gonna pay attention to you. That's just facts. Now.
Yeah, because then it means you're doing it to other girls. So.
That is true. But I mean, you can't say that for the alpha male though, because he won't pay attention to females, but he still gets females.
You have a point.
So it's like, it's just the one beta. He's not getting attention because I mean, don't get me wrong, they still could pull some doing that. They could fuck some still doing that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's a low chance. What usually is attractive into a guy to you? Like, what is attractive? Meaning, like, he could be tall, short, or it just depends on the guy.
It really just depends on the guy, because it doesn't really matter. Like, for me, looks is cool, whatever. Mm-hmm. But you're boring. You just can't. It just can't.
So charisma has to be part of the attraction to you. But let me say this. All right.
Sometimes you gotta throw wood into the fire.
All right, now.
Oh, I mean.
So let me say this. Would you like a dude rather that's fit or a dude that just does his dude? That basically goes with anything, to be honest.
Everything.
Yeah.
From health to the personal hygiene to just overall being clean. Because boys are nasty. They're dirty.
Say that fucking loud and proud, goddammit. Say it loud and proud. Because you're not bullshitting. They're nasty as hell. No cap in your. Hey, look.
They're terrible.
That's one thing. Make sure y'all keep yourselves good and clean.
Yeah, hygiene is your main thing. Like, your main thing. Like, if you look like you smell, you're just not. You're not going to get nowhere. No.
All right. And then charisma definitely has to be a part. Like she said, y'all can't be boring. It basically goes with everybody. It's like, why would you want somebody that's boring? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If you can't even talk to them, why would you even want to like be around them? It makes no sense. Mm-hmm. All right. So what usually makes you stuck? It doesn't have to be for you. Like, you don't have to answer for yourself or anybody. You could like generalize how people think. Would it be better if somebody talked to you correctly and like was on a connection level with you, and then sexually they did it correctly, right? Mm-hmm. So that was basically a whole package rather than a guy just fucking. Would that just be like attracted to him still, would it?
No, but some girls do get attracted by just fucking on some men.
But that means they did it correctly though. Because there's a difference between just
yes,
getting dick
and no, like, because a lot of females they depend on that, on their hypersexuality.
But
they depend on.
If we being like, keep it a buck now, y'all can get it whenever y'all want it.
Okay.
You know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just getting it is way different than actually like receiving the whole package. That is way different than the two. Because y'all can get it. Oh anywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, would you rather be stuck on that guy that did it correctly all the way around, or just that one person that just fucked?
The one guy that did it all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I be trying to explain. Like, if y'all gonna do it, y'all can't just pump. There's no such thing as a pump and dump. Like, you know how to be like, oh, I'm just gonna fuck and then drop it. You know, that doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't, but I know females that can do that.
Like, females could do it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the reason why I say this is because if you fuck and you did it correctly, there's no such thing as a pump and dump. Y'all gonna keep talking.
If both parties agree, yeah.
I mean, if it's just a sneaky link up and y'all explain this shit to each other, then so be it.
Mm-hmm.
But if that shit not gonna happen again, and y'all both did it right, you telling me y'all not gonna think about that shit, and then you gonna find somebody else, and then they might not do it just like they did, and you like, you be like, you know, let me just, yeah. You know what I mean? That's It's like the pumping up's not possible.
Oh yeah, it's not, especially if you did it right.
If you fucked, if you fucked up, then I mean,
and then there's
no
after
there you go,
that.
there you go. That's your pumping up. There you go, there you go. That's your pumping up. Let's say I'm in a mall, right, just doing my dues, and a female keeps staring at me. Like, she would stare at me, I'll go do something, and then she walks in my vicinity, keeps walking in my vicinity over and over, and stares at me. What do you low key call that?
A stalker?
No, not like hawking you. Like, she would look at you like probably for like a good 5 seconds, look away, and then she would just make her way over towards you, not all the way next to you, but like just chilling by you.
I don't know. I never done that.
You never done that?
No.
Like, you never find somebody attractive, and you didn't want to just walk up to him and be like, "You fine as fuck. Let me get your number."
No, for the simple reason that I really don't find a lot of people attractive, and that just, I don't feel like if I went up to someone, I was like, "You're fine. Let me get your number." I would actually find something within them.
So you a stepper is what you saying?
Yeah. Most guys who are attractive looking are really fucking dumb. Like, stupid. Like, brain levels are fucking dumb. And I'm slow as fuck.
So you need somebody that has an intellectual level to speak to you.
Yes. I can't just talk to anybody random.
Good thing you say that. What's it called? So basically, y'all just, so you don't know what to call that, really. You wouldn't say that's choosing signals, like she wants him to speak.
I mean, she's checking you out. You can like definitely know she wants them with you, but it's either she just wants to fuck or she actually.
So that basically means she's still interested in you, right? Like, just a smidge, like just enough to want you to walk up. Okay, that's choosing signals. There you go. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. That's if she look, because mostly dudes would do this, right? And you probably experienced this a couple of times, because I mean, you attractive yourself. So let's say some dudes just casually walk up to you. You never looked at them, like you didn't even bat an eye to them, and they just walked up to you. Is that fucking weird? Like, you feel weirded out?
Yes, depending on the vibe they give off, because usually you can tell, like, just the aura.
Like, they just straight up walk to you. You never even looked, like, you didn't even notice this person, and they just
I've
walked
only
up
had that actually happen once, because
Really?
I don't be looking at nobody. Like, don't make eye contact with me. So, but dude was weird, and like, he gave off weird vibes. You can tell when a guy is like, when they come up to a girl, when their intentions are good, or if like they're planning something in their head, you know. So it's just weird. You just get weirded out because you're a girl. The guy's just randomly coming up to you like, hey. And imagine that motherfucker being like 6'3", big as fuck.
On that weird shit, huh?
Yeah, no. I'd be like,
See, that's that cold approach shit. That is like, if she ain't giving you choosing signals, I'll just let it be. That's what I say. Let it be.
You gotta pass by her twice. She's gonna give you a bitch face, and if you pass by her again and she smiles, then that's your signal.
See, look, you drop me. Okay, there you go.
I'm serious. That's how they work.
See, that's all you gotta do then. She's spitting game herself. So, would you rather prefer a guy that's busy and trying to get himself together, or would you prefer somebody that could just give you attention 24/7?
I'm not really a person to want to talk 24/7. I have a life.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
the whole talking to you 24/7 is kind of like, what are you doing? Like, why are you talking to me?
Seems like he's not busy, huh?
Exactly. Like, you're not doing nothing.
That's what the fuck I had to learn. Cause mine was not. Yeah. That's what I had to learn. Cause I'll be doing that shit 24/7.
I mean, it really depends on where you at in the relationship, I guess.
But I mean, it's like you could be busy and then you look at your phone. This motherfucker just, you're like, what the fuck is this? What are you doing right now?
Well, I mean, you could be busy and they might not be busy. So if they blow up your phone, then it doesn't really matter.
But then you reply and then answer reply.
And?
You don't see nothing with that.
I mean, yeah, no, that's bad.
See? Y'all gotta be on your shit. This is why I try to explain. Get on your shit. Like, cause I would legit come home and I wouldn't do nothing. I had nothing to do at all. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, what the I'm bored as shit. What I
mean, if you work and that was the end of your shift, I feel like you shouldn't have nothing to do. I mean, unless you're just gonna...
That's cool, but I try to explain this all the time. Working at a regular job isn't gonna make you rich at all. It's not.
No, of course it's not.
It's not the boss job to make you rich. You know what I mean? There's only his goal is to make himself more rich. He trying to get up there. He trying to make himself wealthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not his goal to get you there. It's your goal to get there. You gotta find what you like to do, and then do it. That's where you become busy. Start taking care of yourself. Start doing everything like that. That's when you become busy, because you have to take time to yourself.
Yeah, you basically got to figure out what's wrong with you in order to be where you want to be.
It's like you got to take that time. You know what I mean? That's how that goes. Now let's say, I'll be trying to explain this. You see what I be meaning. You see, hey, this is why I have you here. I need you to explain to them what the whole point of this is. Because you think I'll be talking bullshit. No, it's just all right now. All right the fuck now. Y'all keep crying. Y'all gonna see. That's how they gonna feel. Now, how do you feel about marriage? I asked you this question. Well, you actually asked me this question before. But I'm asking you.
I don't know. It looks like a dream. Like, you know, a whole dream come true. Well, basically what Disney did, like, mostly every woman I know, Disney princesses. So, and they all got married. They all had this big wedding. And it looks like a dream, but sometimes I just don't know.
Now I'm gonna ask you this. If you're in a marriage, right? Let's say if you're in a marriage, if you do all that, and then he's there, he could take care of you well, right? He could take care of you and all this, but
financially?
Yeah, financially okay. Take care of you well. But sexually, he is not doing shit for you, like at all, like not even to a T. Like this nigga can't even get up for you. To the point, it's like that. I'm asking.
I can't say anything about that because
I know you don't want to say this shit, but I'm gonna keep this shit a full 100% with you. Most females, they will keep that guy
for the simple fact that they're keeping them financially stable.
Exactly.
But they won't cheat on them. Yeah, I know. But I don't think I'd be able to do that because the simple fact is just like I didn't just marry you. Even if the sex was bad.
I'm saying this man dick is done working. Right.
So at that point, I'm the one with the dick.
Oh, so you
I'll
you gonna make it work?
Sissy. Yeah.
Oh fucking hell. Oh.
You just said it doesn't work. So I guess I'm gonna be the one doing the work.
Damn. So he basically dropped down. So let me explain this to y'all real quick. Having money does not make you alpha in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna get this point clear and across right now. You could be the wealthiest man on this planet, and you still could be a beta. It's possible. It just means they know business real well. You know what I mean? Like that just means they know business and basically all business. They don't know what the fuck they doing with females, but they know business.
But usually beta males end up being with like their childhood sweetheart.
It's possible, yeah.
That's usually it.
Because they be trying to, stick with one. That's why they try to stick with one. They try to make that shit work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you a question about this. How do you feel about that whole Will and Jada Pinkett shit?
I don't know. She a whore for that, for sure. But, I mean, I don't know. I really didn't pay attention to it. The whole Jada thing, I just know that she did him dirty. I mean, he looked hurt as hell.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't really just go off by what they said. Like, you never know if that's the truth. Like, what if Will never really was there? Like, what if he really, like... You have to have a woman, like, in love mentally. Because physically, if you're not there, it's just, like, whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. But if you're not there emotionally and mentally, then it's really, like, you're not there.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, she's still... That's terrible. That is horrible.
Because, look, I'm going to explain this to you. I'm going to tell you this, look.
She's a predator. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it, like, nicely. Like, she really is. Like, August is young, and he was going through a lot. Like...
She said he was there for emotional support and brought him around the family.
Clearly, it was more than emotional support.
Yeah.
But I feel like she took advantage of August because he was hurting. Like... It's like when a girl is hurting because they broke up and then that one guy that's like persistently there, always like, hey, I'm here, and like blah 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 blah. You know, the whole little like, I'll simp for you right now. Just basically it. What?
No, I'm just looking at you because yeah. So after that whole thing, that's the crazy part too, because she brought him around the family, like, for a couple of years. This shit wasn't, like, no short month span. She was bringing him around for a while.
Yeah, she saw him as, like, a project instead of, like, an actual person.
That's
like,
what
yeah, no, like, instead of actually helping him, because he was going through a lot. I mean, he lost his brother, and then he has to take care of his nieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did not give one fuck about him or his problems.
Not a damn. She was attracted to that man, yes.
Yeah.
She was attracted to him. That's basically
it. Yeah, no,
and
she wanted him.
She was waiting for that break.
For that right opportunity for her to be like, hey, like, it's okay. And then, like, the first thing they did probably was kiss, and then they went from there.
I'm going to ask you this question. Try to keep this shit a buck, because this is going to be... You basically plan on breaking up with somebody, right? Would you try to...
I ghost them first.
You ghost them, but you don't start shit before you end up doing that. Like, you don't try to make them break it off before you do that?
No.
You don't?
No.
Like, you don't try to talk shit to them or nothing? Like, shit test them or nothing?
Like, I don't care. Like, it's not that serious for me. I'm usually the type to be like, hey, I know we did this and that, and, like, it was great and all, but, like, honestly, I'm not feeling it no more. And I'm sorry, but, like, I didn't want, like, on my end, my feelings aren't there. And if they are on yours, and I'm sorry, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna hurt, but
So you will explain it to them.
Yeah.
So you're a communicator.
Sometimes.
And she said sometimes. All right now.
I only do that when I'm breaking up with someone, because I actually feel bad, because it's like...
You don't want that nigga to go insane or something.
No, it's not that. I just don't want to end on bad terms. Like, I don't like ending on bad terms with anybody. For a simple reason, it's like bad blood. Whatever they say is basically like bad blood towards you. It's like, I don't know. I just don't like to.
When you do that, I'm gonna ask you, do you have a replacement in mind when you do something like that?
No.
You don't?
Because it takes me forever to even want to get with somebody else.
Okay.
Why would I break up with someone to get with somebody else? I know other females.
I'm not saying you gotta per se date them. I'm just saying, do you have somebody
even
in
like
mind?
wanting to like talk to them, or even just to have them as like a fuck buddy, I wouldn't want to do it. Like, it's not, I don't know, it's just not interesting enough. Like, I'm breaking up with someone for the reason that, like, either I want to be alone or I just want to get away from like someone toxic. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So, how do you feel about emotional men? Like, ones where they can't control their emotions and they just start going off on them. And all that extra shit. Like, do you see them as, like, a little bit, not like, well, I'm gonna just fucking say it, weak? Do you see them as weak?
I don't see them as weak. I feel like they have issues that they don't know how to resolve. Being like childhood issues or like personal issues now that it's going through their life. Because nobody just bursts out of like anger for no reason. Like nobody's like that. Nobody's really like that. What?
All right, let's see. Look,
nobody's really like that without an actual reason behind it.
I'm gonna explain this to you because a lot of shit, plenty of shit happened in my life, but I never once done that shit to the point where it's just like I'm gonna just take it all off on you. That makes no sense. It doesn't.
I've never actually had. Actually, I lied. I feel like they have issues mentally, and that's it. Like, and I'm not tolerating it.
So you don't want to deal with that, huh?
No, because I don't want that type of man at all. Emotionally unstable? No, thank you. You a hothead? No, thank you. You want to cuss at me just because of something stupid? No, thank you.
So you basically want somebody just to be calm and shit. Like you want them just to.
I mean, they can be emotional. They can cry.
Yeah,
they can have their anger burst, whatever.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
know how to keep themselves
composed.
Yeah.
I can't have someone that's like constantly worrying or like panicking something's gonna happen. Like it's or like when something does happen, like just say an accident happens and they start screaming because I don't know, it's like they're the type of people that can't like focus when something bad's happening. I don't know.
So that kind of ties into leading and shit. Because when a whole lot of shit goes down, who can really lead? Like,
yeah, because if you're panicking, it just makes you panic even more. It's like, what's going on? You don't know what's happening. You're panicking. Your mind's going everywhere. But if you're calm, it's simple. It's just people make it more than what it is.
They always say this. It's like the first fight, whenever you get into something, it's with your mind before your whole entire body. It's because if you freeze up, you done for. To basically sum that all up, you really don't find attraction into a dude that's just like spewing out the mouth constantly when he gets mad. Like when he gets mad easily. Like you can barely do something and then he's like. It's
annoying. I haven't really been with someone like that. Because I'm quick to be like, you're not talking to me like that. For sure not talking to me because I don't know who the fuck you're talking to. It's just dumb. Like, you can't talk to someone in a way that's, like, aggressive and expect them to do what you say or listen to what you say. No. It's pretty much out of respect.
See, and that's another thing. Alright, how much, let's say you're into a guy, but he doesn't treat you correctly. Like, he just doesn't treat you correct. How long would you usually let that last?
2 minutes.
You don't fuck with that shit, do you?
No, for saying the disrespect is like, no, what the fuck?
And this is the thing, guys. This is what they think. This is what the whole alpha shit is about, is getting a female and then just dogging her ass out. That's not the whole point. It's just being in check with yourself and making sure everything is good with yourself before anybody else. That's basically how it is. They think they're gonna get the female and then dog her out and expect her to stay.
But you know what's funny? When a woman actually gets the alpha male, they actually turn into someone completely different than actually people see them. They'll be alpha to anybody else, but they're really soft.
Like soft as fuck.
Yeah.
Like
but it's really just like
man,
an intimacy thing.
I'm gonna tell you this: that's not an actual alpha if they're like that, because they gonna do that outside regardless. Like that's basically saying if somebody fucked with you outside and then you just say, "Oh no, you're good," but fuck no, you check his ass. You're supposed to check him. You're not supposed to just let him do anything.
No, because usually alpha males have that terrifying aura around them. They have that vibe where it's just like you can't fuck with them. Like they give off this really just dark aura. But not when their woman's around. I mean, they can still do it, but it's like you said, they put themselves before their woman, and it's true, even in public. But they're not gonna respect their woman just because they're being alpha in their mind or no.
Exactly. All right, so we basically wrapped up all the topics. So if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. Holla back at your boy.